Alrighty, good morning, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. Alright, so to get through this level, we have everything we need right here. So I'm actually having to redo this one because I accidentally screwed up and I ended up like exiting out of the game like mid-recording, so I had to just restart the level. Which, I mean, of all the things that I could screw up on, that's probably the easiest, honestly. And we're bringing twin sunflowers because, I think it's time that we just show off what we spent $5,000 on. Okay, I'm gonna plant another pot up there. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, but anyway, what I was saying before, well, you guys wouldn't know before because I actually had to cut the recording. But if y'all remember a couple of episodes ago, I was telling the story of how we all got written out of my grandmother's will, effectively. I'm in the will for furniture, but when you have a fully furnished house, you're really not part of it. Like, it's like a group project. Like, I feel like at this point, getting furniture is almost like being in a really bad group project. Like, you don't want to be there, but you're kind of there. You kind of have no choice but to be there. It's kind of one of those scenarios. I didn't ask to be there. I didn't ask to be in the will. I really didn't. But here we are. Let's go back to the beginning of how everybody ended up on my grandmother's shit list. This is a doozy. This is going to be a doozy. Oh, and I get to show the corn, the kernel pulse, whenever, I get one more son. So what the kernel pulse do, they fling little corn kernels and eventually they will throw a glob of butter, which will stun them for a couple of seconds. Actually, like that. See, and now he's stuck. If you can get him to keep doing that, it's actually pretty good. Okay. Now the problem is their actual little kernels, they don't do a lot of damage, like at all. They really don't. So you just gotta wait for the butter, and then it does like normal damage. I think the kernels do like half damage. I think. Don't quote me on that, because I don't know if I'm 100% right on that one. Okay, let's get another twin sunflower going. Yeah, let's do that. All right, I'm gonna have to start planting more of those because like this is not okay. But anyway, how do we get written out? Well, if you remember before, my grandmother took a trip out of state. She went to Maine with my aunt, got sick on the trip, and when she was told that she needs to go to an actual factual hospital, not just a free clinic, she told them, no, I'm going to drive home. So she made the several-hour drive from Maine to South Louisiana. It's a long-ass drive, y'all. Which really, she didn't need to make the drive. She could have just gone to the hospital up there. Like, I would have gotten a flight out. Like, I really would have. I would have definitely gotten a flight out. I'm not above it. I'm not beneath that. I would have actually booked a flight. I would have told my job, fuck you. I got to do this. Like, this is my grandmother. I'm going to fucking Maine. I'm not going on a vacation or anything. She on death's door. Because the whole way home, like, she was dying. Because it turns out, we found out after the fact, it's not just that she had fluid in her lungs and heart, she was having heart attacks the whole time. Okay, so he's actually going to get over. No, he's going to actually climb over. Let's see if we can stop him first. Okay, there we go. Come on. I should have brought... Oh, come on. I hate to do this to the sunflower, but come on. There we go. The problem is they can climb over the tall nuts. That's like the actual problem. Wait, we're actually not going to need you right there. There we go. Perfect. Like, that's the problem. We're saving this for like cherry bombs and stuff, but honestly, I should have brought chompers because I forgot how bad of a... That's the word I'm looking for. I forgot how bad the cooldown time for cherry bombs is. Anyway, she finally makes it home. She goes to see her doctor. Now, let me explain more just how stubborn this woman is. Let me paint the picture so you don't have to. Like, here's the picture else. Her doctor that she goes to, the only doctor that she goes to, is still 2 hours away from where she lives. That's still a long ass drive to go to a doctor. She could have found a doctor closer to her, but again, as I said, she's very, 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 very stubborn. That's just how it is. Come on. Please take him out. Please take him out. Crap. Come on. Come on. Shit. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. This is all working out somehow. Now, that ladder they can climb up. But anyway, so she goes there. And like I said, we find out, oh, it's not just you having fluid. You've been having heart attacks this whole time. You've had about 7. And I'm like, holy shit. 7? And she's still alive, by the way. She is still alive, thankfully. But, oh, this story just gets so much worse. So anyway, she starts trying to still live her life. She goes back home. My aunt stays for a few weeks. She's not going home to, I don't want to even call him my uncle. The guy, he's just someone that we adopted, pretty much. Like, that's really all it is. Okay, there we go. But she goes back to him eventually. But she stays a while to make sure everything's okay, and then she goes back, and pretty much as soon as she gets back, now keep in mind, my aunt lives very far away. Oh, no. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Throw another one in there. Let's go. Jeez. Okay, chompers are going to be... Oh, okay, at least we put that one right there, so we can actually block all of this. This actually works. So anyway, my aunt goes back home, which is 7 hours away. Like, it's not close. She lives far away. She gets sick again. It's going bad. My aunt runs back over because we just can't drop everything. Like, we want to try, but we can't. So my aunt goes back. It ends up actually I think she brings her to her house 7 hours away. I think she brings her back. And this is a plant that I don't think I'm going to use right now. Eventually, I'm going to show these, but there's just no use right now. This is a coffee bean. It planted on a mushroom to wake it up. And, oh, wait. That's why. Okay, maybe I will use them. I'm not going to bring the twin sunflowers this time. I got to think. What am I going to use? Is that everything? Oh no, I don't like this setup at all. I feel like if I put the tall nut out, it'll at least block him. And if I have chompers, that's going to be able to take him out. And as long as I have this and that, I think this will cover all my bases. Okay, we're covered. We are 100% good. Let's roll. So anyway, amidst everything that's just going on, amidst everything, she's not getting better. And she's up there. My aunt is trying to just deal with this in whatever way she can. And I'm telling y'all, like, it just wasn't getting better. She was not doing well at all. And it's sad. Like, it's really sad to say, like, it just wasn't getting better. But that's the reality of it. It wasn't. And we were checking in, like, constantly. And it got to the point where, like, I was starting to get, like, really fucked up text messages during my work day. Like, we were getting updates because she was constantly going to doctors, hospital stuff. Like, she was going through so much. And, like, I got a text message at one point during the school day that said, Granny wants you to text me saying, Granny says to remember what your job is. And my job is to be in charge of her will. And I'm getting that text message during the day to say, hey, you need to be able to step up at this point. And it was, I mean, you get that text message in the middle of a class. Like, I couldn't teach at that point. Like, I just had to step out for a minute. Like, it was hard. And I want to say one thing from this one. I know this is all stemming from how we all effectively got written out the world. This is not a story of anger. Like, I hope everyone can understand that. This is more just me giving a lot of backstory. There's no anger involved. I'm more frustrated with her reactions to a lot of stuff, but you can't control old people. We can very well try, but like, you can't. you just can't. You like I said, you can try. You can try to do all of that, but you fucking can't. So anyway, what ends up happening is, excuse me, my sinuses. I'm not crying right now. I've shed every tear I need to about this, and honestly, when the day comes where I have to go be in charge of the will and her funeral and all that stuff, I can tell you, I'm probably not gonna cry as much as you may think. And it's not because I'm heartless, it's because I've already made peace with everything. For me at this point, there's just nothing left for me to have to handle. Like, I've already made my peace with everything, and I'm sure some of you listening, you may understand what I mean. But anyway, so we're getting these text messages, and the problem is we're having to deal with my dad in all this. Now, my dad had some good intentions, but he does not know how to approach a situation. He does not. I'll be the first one to say it. He really doesn't. So one of the main things that he was having problems with, he wanted to get her straight into assisted living. And as we go now my grandma is one thing. She never wanted to go into assisted living. That was her big thing. She always said, if I have to go into a nursing home, you need to just put a gun to my head and blow my brains out. And she said, I don't want to fucking live in a nursing home. And I really tried to respect that wish. We really do. But sometimes she makes it really hard for us to respect that wish. But anyway, we're getting more of these text messages. We're calling like daily. We're checking in. My dad is pretty much just like, all right, well, we need to start planning a funeral. We need to start doing this, yada, yada, yada. He's like, I need to be power of attorney over this. If you don't know what power of attorney means, it means the person is not of sound mind and they have an executive, someone who's like actually in charge to say, I'm in charge, I'm deciding what happens from now on. It's not exactly the best. He wanted, at the end of the day, he just wanted her to be taken care of. He just didn't go about it the right way. And like I said, if you've met my grandmother, which some people that are watching this have met my grandmother, she's not a person like, what's the word I'm looking for? Do what's best. Like, she's a tough old woman. Like, she really is. Like, we have connections to the New Orleans Mafia through her family. Like, we really do. Like, I have mob connections somehow. I mean, not really, but she did when she was growing up. She knew a lot of the big names. Like, some of the big, like, bosses for the New Orleans Mafia, she called, like, Uncle. I think one was, like, Uncle Carlos or something. I don't even remember, like, I don't remember what his full title was, but, like, he was a big one up there. He really was. Like I said, I couldn't tell you who Uncle Carlos is, but I know Uncle Carlos had some pull. And Uncle Carlos was not somebody you fucked with. But anyway, she doesn't want to go into a home. She has always said it from day one. And she said this even before she got sick. She never wanted to live in a home. She never, ever, ever wants to live in a nursing home. That was her wish. And my aunt is like doing everything to like respect that. She really is. And I give her a lot of credit because, that's a hard one. Okay, let's see if we can take him out first before I have to get rid of that. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, this is actually going by pretty smooth. Okay, let me drop another one. Actually, on top. Okay, this mouse pad's actually starting to mess with me a little bit. That's okay. I'll figure it all out. But anyway, so she's not doing better. And it's just getting to a point like we're fighting with my dad on everything. Now, here's the thing. Nobody, the only person, I'm not hearing from my dad. I'm hearing from my aunt and my grandmother. And they're telling me like he's trying to take everything. He's trying to take the house. He's trying to get the house in his name. He's trying to get the money from her. He's trying to like take all of her possessions. And like we're trying to, we don't even know the full story, but we're like, okay, we're not going to let that happen. That's fine. And right there we're, okay, that's coming. I'm gonna just plant another one right there. God, hurry up and bite him. Hurry up. I don't want the ladder. I don't want the ladder. Oh, you stupid little bitch. Okay, I'm waiting for him to just eat the plant. That way I can take him down. Okay, where did I... Okay, I lost my mouse for a second. All right, there we go. This is working. Somehow this is all working. The bright side. Now, we could have used the magnet and the coffee bean, but honestly, y'all, like, that would take up 2 slots. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show the coffee bean stuff in another episode. One of the bonus episodes, one of the many bonus episodes. Because there's gonna be more bonus episodes than regular episodes. Like, I can promise you that. It's gonna take a while. But anyway, as this is all going on, like, we're trying to help her out by, like, trying to keep them away from stuff. But we don't realize a lot of things, and I'm gonna get to that after. But eventually, she gets moved to, like, a bigger hospital near where my aunt lives. It's about 4 or 5 hours away from my house. So we make a road trip to go there. Now, screw you, ladder. Anyway, so we make the road trip. Because as we're being told, this is the last visit. She's not getting better. It's strictly just getting worse. So we packed a few things just in case. Like she was on like a really strict diet. So we went and we bought some like her favorite cookies and stuff. Because we're like, we're going to bring them. We're going to, try to make your last day that we see you, we're gonna try to make it good. I'm feeling some emotion right now, so bear with me. So the whole family goes up there, except for my uncle. He's not allowed anymore. He's actually legally disowned. His inheritance is actually the worst. He's getting $1 in pennies that I'm supposed to pay out in installments. Like, that's where we're at with this right now. But we're all up there. And I'm telling y'all, like, it's not a good visit. Like, she's not well. She's not okay. There we go. I mean, it's not the one I want to eat. Why couldn't it eat the cone head? Like, come on. Okay, let me see. Okay, come on, Chomper. There we go. Finally. Okay, let's make our lives easier. I'm gonna get rid of that, put that there. Perfect. Now we at least don't have to deal with one of the ladders. That made life honestly so much more easy than you realize. Okay, now he can't jump over, which is a good thing. Okay, I feel like the football player's not gonna make it, is he? Nope, he's not. Oh, crap. Here we go again. Okay, well, at least that part was easy enough. But like I said, things weren't looking up. Like, we went there, we just had our last visit as a family. My wife played one of her favorite songs for her, which was Country Roads by John Denver, and they kind of just sang it together. And it was a very emotional time. It really was. So we left, and I did not hold up as well as I should have. I held up. Oh, and this watering can. I'm going to interrupt the story. We found a watering can. In honor of this occasion, I present you your very own Zen garden. So what we get is you can use the watering can to water these plants. And when you water them, they give you coins. Now, eventually, you need to get some fertilizer. You buy that from Crazy Dave. There are a lot of upgrades we're gonna have to do with this. Let's see, it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna give it to us for free, actually. And when you get the plants like up to full, you can grow them a little bit. Okay, now we go to the shop. I think he just gave us some fertilizer, but we have all this stuff here now. Like, we have so much. Oh god, like we actually have the goods. We got spike rocks and the magnet shrooms. They get coins and diamonds. That's actually really cool. So we have all of this. And I think he actually gave us some fertilizer. So you plant the fertilizer and boom, there we go. Now we can check back later if they need more. So that's all we can really do right now. Zengar is pretty nifty, huh? You can visit anytime for the main menu. It's time to defend your house. You're gonna hate this next level. You fucking dick. So why do you hate them and we're having to deal with them? We're getting non-stop bungees. Alright, let's get this out the way. Let's just do this. I don't give a shit anymore. But anyway, so we leave and we're like, okay, now we just, wait to get that call. But here's the thing, we actually never get that call because turns out she actually made a really miraculous recovery. Ish. I say ish because she at least recovered enough that she didn't die. However, she was not out the woods yet, but her health actually greatly improved. Which, again, confused the hell out of me. And it's like, oh, she's getting better. So then she starts staying back at my aunt's house again. Okay, come on. Come on up. There we go. So she starts staying at my aunt's house and trying to use that time to get better. But eventually she has to get moved to a different hospital. She eventually has to get moved. There we go. Let's see if I can get him there. Hell yeah. Great job, Butters. But anyway, take all them out with that. Beautiful. I'm really over these zombies. I really am. At least they'll be able to get eaten there. But I wish they gave you something else other than just chompers. Like, I wish they gave you something easier to deal with them. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize a second one ate them. Whoopsies, that's my fault. But anyway, in the midst of everything, in the midst of all of this that's going on, she actually starts getting better and she's able to be discharged from the hospital. We were surprised. But she gets out the hospital, she moves back home for a little while. My aunt starts spending a lot more time there. Let's see if I can, how many of these I can take out. Sweet. That was easy enough. Okay, but I could use some more flower pots. That's the thing that I don't have. Oh, well, fuck. Oh, god damn it. No. Oh, shit. Okay, I think here I need help more. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to keep up with everything when everything's just kind of going to shit right now. This is not easy. Come on, one of y'all needs to hurry up and eat, right? There we go. Okay. Bro, I've had it with him. I've had it. Fucking had it with him. And honestly, I feel like I got a little, oh, god damn, they really are coming from everywhere. You know, if they just gave me more potted plants, that would be nicer. But I don't think we're getting that lucky today. Holy crap. They really are just coming in from everywhere, aren't they? Okay, there we go. Oh my god. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. And finally. Let's see how many of these I can take down. Oh, shit. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm like getting kind of distracted. I actually have to think about this. Like, this is definitely one of those levels, like, I have to spend more time thinking than not thinking. This is actually really tough. Like, oh my god, this is actually, like, ridiculous. This is insane. I'll have to continue the story in the next part. Like, this is... Shit. There we go. Ah, crap, that didn't work. But that did. Oh, shit. I almost forgot about that. Oh, crap. No, I want to put that right there. There we go. And we'll have him eat them. And, okay, we should actually be... There we go. We're done. We're done. We're done. That was genuinely awful. Oh, my God. Sorry I didn't, like, continue the story right there. I remember where we're at, and I'll be able to pick it up in the next part. Oh, God, those. All right, you know what? That's cool. I'm ready to fuck some shit up. All right, well, I'll see everybody in the next part as we take on the next two parts. So, y'all take care.